Welcome back, YouTubers, to part 2 of my subscriber request video, and it's a flight from EGKK Gatwick to EGJJ Jersey. If you've not seen part 1, I'll put a link in the description below, go and watch that first. On this part, we're just lined up on the runway, obviously at Gatwick, and we're ready to take off and hopefully land in Jersey. So let's go ahead and take off. So I'll increase the throttle 2 clicks.
Okay, let's go. Take off.
So we're building up speed nicely.
Check.
Okay, so we rotate to about 15 degrees.
Gear up.
That's perfect. So I'm just waiting for the climb thrust. Once we get climb thrust, we can pull back the throttle 1 notch. There we are.
Climb thrust.
Okay, I'm going to put it into autopilot.
Is on.
So now the autopilot's taken over, we can relax a little bit. Just keep an eye on the instruments.
Flaps up. After takeoff checklist. Check normal. Disarmed. Check retracted. Gear up, lights off. Set off. Both on. Are off. Checked. 1013.
1013.
Okay, lovely. That really feels authentic. When you turn and look out the window, it feels like you're flying. Very, very good. So we've got a flight restriction of 5,000 there. It's on our flight plan. I can show you that. See the 5,000 there, the next one's 6,000. Once we've cleared those flight restrictions, we'll climb to our flight level of 24,000. So we're just coming up to the 5,000 flight restriction point. There you can see. So next one's the 6,000 restriction. And there's not an awful lot to do apart from just keep an eye on the instruments. We make sure nothing funny is going on with the aircraft. Nothing unusual. So 6,000, we're just about to clear that. Up we go.
Barrel reference set, cross-check.
So we're just coming to the south coast of England. I live on the south coast myself, so it's quite interesting flying over my part of the world.
Lights off.
Okay, so you can see we're coming up on the Bugna points of our journey. I don't know, but I'm speculating that the Bogna, or BOGN, point is relating to Bognor Regis, perhaps. I can't find any information on it. But I think it's somehow related to Bognor Regis, which is where I live. Perhaps. Beautiful ocean. And effectively going this direction, we should start to see France come into view at some point. And it's just a question now to the subscriber who requested this video. Do you actually live in Jersey yourself? It's just something I'm wondering, or do you fly to Jersey perhaps? I'm wondering why you requested this, but it's a fun video to actually make, so no complaints. You can see there we're coming to our top of climb. So we're coming towards our flight level. I'm going to put the range back down to 10 just so I can clearly see when that top of climb will come into play. Yeah, we're passing through 20,000 feet, so we should make the top of climb comfortably. Passing through 21,000, top of climbs coming up quick. Once we get to top of climb, I will enter 3,000 into our altitude unit on our flight control unit. I'm not going to select it, I'll enter 3,000 in preparation of the top of to descend to Jersey. There you go, 23,500, 24,000, you can see it's coming up, so top of climb, we've quite comfortably made that. I'm going to wait till the co-pilot extends her table. See in a moment she's going to extend her table. Any moment. There we are. Okay, let's go to the flight control unit. We'll enter in a value of 3,000 feet. I do apologise, I'm getting my words mixed up. Yeah, we'll put in a value of 3,000. Scrolling down, 3,000. We won't select it yet, don't click on it yet. It's just in preparation. You'll find this flight level leg is very short, so the top of descents should be coming up very shortly. You can see it there. It's coming into view. And this descent leg is very interesting. I'm going to descend to 3,000 initially, but I will put that down to 2,000 at some point because the actual last leg, the last line of the star is very short into the actual airport itself, so 3,000 to begin with, and then we'll gradually put that down to 2,000, and you'll see as we get there what I do. I practiced this flight a few times and it took me a few goes to get it correct. Okay, so put this down to range 10. We should see the top of descent coming into this second display very soon. There's going to be quite a lot happening on this last part of the flight, so I'll try and keep you informed as we go along. So the TLD
Descent
is
preparation
coming,
checklist. Auto are off. Received. Standard.
DH MDA.
Set.
I was going to say the top of descent is coming into view on the second screen. I'm going to click it as it gets a little bit nearer. I'm going to start descending sooner rather than later. So we'll start that now. Left click.
Initiating descent. Radar tilt.
Back up to range 20, so we're now descending to our destination. Yeah, I'm going to employ a few tricks here when coming into Jersey. I'm going to manually alter the speed myself, and I'm going to actually give it a go at manually landing the aircraft. Like I say, I've tried this a few times. The best way I found is actually landing the plane yourself, then you don't run into trouble. You'll see what I mean as we get closer. And it's good practice. I'm going to try and land manually more often now. So we can't see Jersey yet. It's quite a small island, in fact, so you're not going to see it until it gets quite close. Okay, so we're descending 22,000. Yeah, we've got quite a way to go yet. Got to keep an eye on that descent rate as well. I will alter the speed. Once we get under 10,000, I'm going to start altering the speed. So here's our current leg page. Yeah, just a few more legs till we get into Jersey Airport. We're descending at better rates now. I'm not going to do it in this video, but there is a way of altering your descent angle as well. Quite useful if you need to get down quicker. That's It's a vertical rate speed or something of that sort. It's on the flight control unit. Okay, we're going to pass through 20,000. So 19,000 coming up to now. Speed is okay. There is a reason why I will alter the speed once we get closer. It seems to just go too fast, and I really need the plane to slow down quite a lot so I can get a better approach into the airport, especially when you're going to manually land it. You really want to be on the speed limits rather than overspeeding, obviously. So the co-pilot is very quiet at the moment. It's a beautiful aircraft, in fact. When you just look around sometimes when you're flying, it's... I love the Airbus. I've got the 777 PMDG 777. I'm going to try and do a couple of videos on that in the future. My computer doesn't really handle it too well, but I can probably just about get away with it. Okay, so that's probably France, isn't it? I imagine. Jersey, we won't show yet. We're not in the right direction, facing the right direction for Jersey yet. So we're starting our turn into the final phase of our destination leg. So just keep an eye on that altitude as well. So what are we, 15 coming up to 14,000? Yeah, I'm not going to alter the speed quite yet. We should start to see Jersey at some point very soon now. It's Jersey there, coming up. Just about see it. Okay, so what are we? 11,000. So at some points soon, we'll break the 10,000 altitude height, and then I'll alter the speed.
Lights on.
Okay, so 10,000 feet. I'm gonna start altering the speed now. It's going a bit too fast for my liking, so I get it down to about 200. Right click this time. Don't left click or it'll put it into autopilot, so right click to manually alter the speed. Trouble is, when you alter the speed, it pitches up slightly, so the descent rate isn't as good as it could be. There is a way of altering that, but we won't do that at the moment. I'll show you later what happens if you left click the speed again. Once you've manually altered it and you left click it, I'll show you the problem with doing that later. It's asking for more drag, so I'm going to put the flaps down in a moment. There you go, I'll put the flaps into flaps 1. Plane pitches down again, we've got the drag, we've got the correct speed, that's good. Jersey, right ahead of us, of course. 8,000. It's not brilliant, but we're getting to our 3,000 altitude height, and we're some distance still away from the island. The airport is to the right of the island. As you look at it on my picture now, it's to the right of the island. Okay, so what we're doing here, I'm going to alter that height again, slightly. I want it to get lower, even lower. Left click it. There is a reason why I'm altering it even lower, because like I say, the last leg, the last turn when you get to the airport approach is quite short, so you have to be at the right height to land. You can see how close we are there, we're just a couple of stops, a couple of legs away. And you can see on the second screen now, you can see how close we are to the end of our journey.
Approach checklist. Checked. Stowed.
Sliding table, that's what it's called. Okay, she's stowed hers, good.
Checked. Checked. Standard. Flaps 1. Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Yeah, okay, I've put the speed down to 190 as you can see, so we're going even slower, which is good. Gradually bring that down to 140. I've just realised I've not got the flight crew sound on, so I'm going to alter that. Sorry about that. or the cabin crew and the flight crew, I've not had the sounds on. I do apologise, I'll put them on now.
Barrel reference set. Cross check. 1013.
1013.
Okay, so it's looking good. I'm going to show you what happens when you put the... well, I'm going to alter the speed slightly again now. I'm going to show you in a minute what happens when you manually hand the speed back over to the autopilot. It's not a good thing, but it's something I can show you and I can get out of it easily, so I'll show you what happens. So we're coming to 180 knots. We're slightly off key on that second screen with the flight plan, but it will alter itself. We are actually on the flight plan, it's just showing it slightly off. We are, okay, there you go. It's come back to where it should be. So we're doing 4,000, okay, we could do with descending a little bit better, but we're okay with some distance out. Gonna lower it even more now, get it to 2,000. We're doing 3,700. So lower the speed even more. Like I say, gradually you want to get that down to 140. You don't want to put it down straight away to 140 because you won't descend as quick that way, I find. So come to 3,000, it's good, it's looking good. We need to get below 3,000 ideally when we get on this last line on the airport approach. Okay, under 3,000, now we're looking good. So 170. So here we go, the last part of our flight plan. You should see the airport coming up ahead of us.
Flaps 2.
Good.
Localizer alive.
Gear down.
Capture the localizer. I'm going to take over in a minute.
Flaps 3. Flaps full.
Get that speed right down now.
Landing checklist. Down and locked. 3 green.
Ground spoilers.
Checked armed.
Auto brakes.
Medium
Exterior lights.
are on. Check.
Landing memo.
Check. No blue.
Checklist complete.
Okay, the flashing you saw there was me. I'm controlling the plane at the moment. I've got the speed down to 140. I'm not going to hand the speed back over to the autopilot. I'll do that in another video to show you. There's no use doing it now. I'm manually handling the speed. I'm manually handling the pitch of the aircraft. Well, the flight of the whole aircraft, in fact. I'm doing this from a visual point of view. I know I've got the glide scope down on the primary flight display, but I'm doing this visually at the moment. I'm slightly off kilter. Actually, I'm using both. I'm using the primary flight display just to make sure I'm lined up properly. But I'm actually, yeah, obviously I can visually see the
400.
The runway. Slightly off, but it's looking okay.
400.
I'm not an expert, remember. Speed's okay, 140.
400. 200. Minimum.
Landing.
Not perfect, I know, but it's getting there. We're not doing
100.
too badly. Need to go to the left quickly. It's okay. We're going to
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
pull back the
Retard.
throttle. Pitched a little bit. Not perfect, but it's not bad. I'm doing the reverse manually myself as well. I'm going to start to brake because the runway is coming to the end very quickly. It's a very short runway as well.
70 knots.
Okay, we're okay. Just about okay. Phew! Okay, so we'll turn off at the very end of the runway. I'm sure they won't. Anyway, yeah, we're like I said, I'm going to complete the flight. I'm going to taxi to a gate in the airport. Something I don't normally do, but I felt on this occasion it
After
merited.
landing checklist.
Exterior lights.
Checked.
Ground spoilers.
Set off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked. Normal.
Flaps.
Checked. Retracted.
TPAS.
Checked. Standby.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
APU.
Is on.
Checklist complete.
Good, so I hope you enjoyed the flight. Like I say, I will taxi, if you want to stick around, I'll taxi to a gate. And yeah, it was interesting. That landing actually took me a few goes. You're seeing me landing this time. Previously I've flown over it, I've landed too deep into the runway and I couldn't stop in time. It takes a bit of practice. You have to land right at the beginning of the runway and reverse thrust ASAP and brake ASAP. It's quite an interesting flight. So thank you for the subscriber who suggested that I do this. I'm probably going to do the Innsbruck approach as well in the future in the Airbus. There's not too many videos of the Airbus doing it, or not too many detailed videos, so I'm going to probably do a video of the Innsbruck landing. I've done that a couple of times and that can go either way as well. And yeah, maybe in the future I definitely want to get into the 777 more, the PMDG 777. Do a transatlantic flight to Jamaica maybe. So here we go, I'm just following the taxiway to a gate. something I don't often do, in fact, when I fly manned at airports. I just typically just leave it, pull off the runway and just leave it. I don't normally taxi to a gate, so I'm trying to get into the habit of doing complete flights. I would love a powerful enough computer to have AI aircraft and detailed, you know, detailed scenery and better frame rates. I'm sure we all would, but you know, one day perhaps I'll buy myself a more expensive computer. Maybe it's not a priority at the moment. Right, so we'll pull into this gate. That's fine. Stop the aircraft before I hit the wall. That's good. Get the jetway working if I can remember the key combination. Anytime soon, please. Yep, there we are. And that's it. I'll end the flight here. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and if you want more videos, would like me to do more videos, please subscribe and leave comments. Thanks very much.